You are welcome. It's still a brand new year. And of course, I know that we will still be the euphoria of Happy New Year. It's a brand new year, and it's an opportunity to a fresh start. So if you are just joining in, it is your most authoritative business radio. Broad Street Radio. I'm so excited. Yes. And my name still remains Charles Far Crower, your regular host when it comes to Investors Education Series. You'll see that it's not uncommon. This 1 week, this period, first, second, third, people are talking of, oh, New Year resolution, setting goals. In fact, today, tomorrow, you'll see that even up till next week, even corporate organizations will be talking of strategic sessions, setting the pace for the future, strategic planning, and all that. All this will be going on, and so many of the hotels will be booked with companies. But in investors education today, we want to look at New Year's resolutions and, of course, goal setting. Because if you don't set your goals properly, very well, correctly, then you can achieve them. At the same time, we're also going to be looking at why do New Year's resolution or goal setting, by the time you say, okay, this is my New Year's resolution, in fact, before the 15th of January, we have forgotten because we have come to terms with the realities of the time. Today is just 3rd of January. So this is the appropriate time to begin to look at it very well and say, no, I set goals. I had resolutions last year. Was I able to achieve them? And if I'm not able to achieve them, what happened? So today's show, we're going to be looking at New Year's resolution and, of course, your goal setting. What actually will go wrong when you set your goals or you make your New Year's resolution, you are not able to achieve them? What are the things you now need to do for you to have your New Year's resolution and you are on the right path to begin to achieve them? Maybe when you get to end of January, end of the quarter March, you begin to assess, reappraise, and see, yes, were these your New Year resolution? Were these the goals you set for yourself? So that is what I'm going to be doing today on today's show on Investors Education. Why not come with me when we delve into it? But first of all, what are New Year's resolution? Yes, what are New Year's resolution? Now, New Year's resolutions are personal commitments or promises individuals make to themselves to improve their lives, their habits, or behavior starting from the beginning of a new year. Personal commitment, promises individuals make to themselves, to improve their lives, their habits, their behavior starting from the new year, from the beginning of the year. Now, these resolutions can range from simple changes, such as exercising more, eating healthier, to more complex goals like quitting smoking or learning a new skill, improving your performance in the workplace. Okay? These are some of the New Year's resolution. By the time we get to goal setting, we'll be looking at setting goals in different areas in your life. You need to set a goal for your health. You need to set a goal for your relationship. You need to set your personal financial goals. You need to set your goals, healthy goals, health and wellness. Okay, so you don't just set goals for just one aspect of your life. You need to set goals holistically in every aspect of your life. But we have seen what New Year resolutions are now. Promises and commitments we make to ourselves, okay, to improve our lives, habits, or behavior starting from the beginning of the year. Now, why do these New Year's resolution, why do they fail? I know you listening to me or even watching me, if you are on a social media page watching, you will notice, yes, I was talking to you directly. You will know that you have experienced this. Yes, all of us, even myself, when you do a resolution, yes, before January ending, you have gone back to your old ways. Yeah, you say you're not going to keep spend too much on social media, but you see yourself before January ending, you're already spending so much time social media. You know, that visit you want to make to your loved ones or your professional colleagues, you are not making it. Why do New Year's resolution fail? Why? Let's look at it. Now, despite the initial zeal and motivation, many New Year resolutions fail due to several reasons. And I'm going to take them one by one. You know, January 1st, oh, once we are counting down, we saw it all over the world. Of course, I think it was it New Zealand or one country so that entered the New Year first, at 12 p.m. in Nigeria here. That's 12 noon, yeah? They were already in the New Year. We all saw it. Of course, our own also came. And in fact, I knew of somebody who says that is the only day that he goes to church. They say it's crossover. They make a lot of commitment, a lot of promises to themselves. And before January ends, what has happened? So why? One, unrealistic expectations. Resolutions are often overly ambitious, setting individuals up for disappointment and frustration when they cannot meet their lofty goals. So your resolutions will, number one, why they fail, unrealistic expectations. They are just too ambitious because it's from the spur of that time, of that very moment. You just take that decision. Okay, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to save more. I'm going to improve on my financial literacy. Lack of planning. Without a clear plan or strategy, resolutions can be difficult to implement and maintain. Anything you want to achieve, you must be intentional. You must have a plan. So we have seen unrealistic expectation. We have seen lack of planning, insufficient motivation. Motivation often wanes out as the excitement of the new year wears off, making it challenging to sustain effort. That first few moments, you can't sustain that motivation. So that's why we say insufficient motivation for you to go and do those things you have promised yourself. Number 4, competing habits. Existing habits can be hard to break, and new habits can be difficult to form, leading to a struggle to maintain that your resolution. And we have seen this scientifically, that for you to cultivate a new habit, you need to do it consistently for at least 21 days. Then you will now reprogram your subconscious, reprogram your mind. Then you see yourself doing it automatically. So, competing habits, and we know habits are very difficult, especially bad habits. They are difficult to stop. And that's why the promises you have made to yourself at the beginning of the year, you can't maintain it. Number 5, no accountability. Without external accountability or support, individuals may lack the motivation to continue working towards their resolution. You need to talk to somebody very close, somebody that will encourage you, to hold you accountable. It could be your wife, it could be my grown-up children, it could be a co-worker that you trust yourself very well, so that they can encourage you even when, it is difficult to continue that behavior you are trying to cultivate because of the promises you have made to yourself. So, no accountability is also a problem. Then, of course, negative self-talk. When you talk negative to yourself, you criticize yourself, this negative self-talk can undermine your progress and lead to abandonment of your resolution. So you need to be positive, Lack of flexibility. Resolutions are often rigid and inflexible, making it difficult to adapt to changing circumstances or setback. Yes, just like any goal you have set for yourself, it has to be flexible. So that if you say, okay, this is the method you want to use to get this thing, and you have tried that but you're not getting it, then you need to be flexible. You can try an alternative method. So, and that's why we say your goals are not cast in stone. Yes. So you need to be flexible, looking at the changing circumstances so that you can adopt or adapt to the new circumstances and you move forward. So those are some of the reasons why your New Year resolutions, why they fail. I'll just take them one by one again. Unrealistic expectation, lack of planning, insufficient motivation, competing habits, no accountability, negative self-talk, and of course, lack of flexibility. Now, what are the strategies for your success? To increase the chances of success, you look at this following strategy that you can begin to implement. Set realistic goals. Of course, we have said set smart goals. Create a plan. Find an accountability, that is a share resolution with a friend or a family member for support. Very necessary. Track your progress. Track your progress. Then practice self-compassion. That is, treat yourself with kindness and understanding when you face with feedbacks or setbacks. You want to achieve this. Oh, I want to read a book in a week. And you are saying that you're not able to. You tried, but you're not able to. Encourage yourself. You miss it that 1 week. The next week, try and see how you can double your effort, So you need to practice self-compassion. Encourage yourself. And of course, be very flexible. Allow for adjustment and adaptation as needed. So these are some of the strategies that you can begin to adapt, make use of, at your chances, of those your resolutions for you to achieve them will be there. That is to increase the chances of success. You need to look at these strategies, set realistic goals, create a plan, find accountability, track your progress, practice self-compassion, then be very, very flexible. Now, how do you now use this goal, or what I call goal setting theory or goal theory, to achieve your goals? And how do you set your goals in this 2025 for you to achieve them? At least the chances, the probability of you achieving those goals will be high. Maybe 70%, 80%, as the case may be. The number one thing to do is what I call the SMART goal or smarter goal, as the case may be. That is, your goals must be specific, clearly define what you want to achieve. I want to start saving. How much do you want to save? You must be specific as to the amount. You want to start eating healthy. In the morning, what sort of food will you take? In the evening, what sort of food will you take? You have to be specific. That is SMART goal now. S is specific. M is measurable. Quantify your goals to track progress. When you have a very large goal, you break it down. Okay, by the end of January 2025, this is what I want to have in my investment account. This is the amount I want to save. A specific amount. I want to own shares in this company, so that by the end of that January, you will have instructed your stockbroker or whoever to buy. I want to have 10,000 units for the year. Then by the end of January, you should have had at least 1,000 units. So you track your progress. Then the A stands for achievable. Ensure your goals is realistic and attainable. You've not had 100 million in your account before. Maybe you are having 5 million, 10 million. And you're not saying, for 2025, I have done my plan. I want to have 100 million in my account. Fine, it is possible. But when you make your goal so high that it looks so impossible. So if I've been doing 10 million, you cannot say, okay, I want to have at least 25 million, 20 million, or even 30 million in my account. You can see that it looks attainable. It's just for you to double your efforts. Okay, or if you're a salesperson, you say you want to at least reach to 100 of your customers, and in the past before you are just able to meet about 20 or 10 of them. So you just maybe double it, so that let it look real to you that you can achieve. So it has to be achievable. Then of course your goals need to be relevant. That's the arrow. Align your goals with your values and your priorities. Then of course your goal has to be time bound. And we are saying usually for companies, when they do budget, that budget is 1 year, time bound. You can now set that's a short-term goal. You can now have your medium-term goal, maybe between 2 years and more than 1 year, between 2 years, 3 years. Then of course maybe your long-term goal, 5 years and above. So your goals must be time bound, set specific deadline or time frame. So I have also gone further to say, okay, instead of that SMART goal, why not have what we call SMARTer goal? That is evaluation and review. Yes, even though you are still tracking your progress, evaluation and review. At the end of that time period, you now evaluate and review. If you have achieved, look at, okay, I needed to have 10 million. I'm now having 8 million. Evaluate what has happened. Review. Look at the strategy. What do you need to do more? Where did I go wrong? Okay, I can improve on this. Just like what accountants call variance. You now review budgeted and real, and actual. You now compare what actually has happened. So you cannot begin to and treat yourself very well. Be compassionate towards yourself. Okay, tap yourself. I can do this, and you move on. Now, goal setting process. You need to understand this goal setting process. Identify what you want to achieve. Assess, evaluate your current situation and the resources you have. Then you set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Then, of course, evaluation and review. That's the SMARTer goals. You plan. Develop a detailed plan with actionable steps. Implement your plans and take consistent action. You might not know those actions you are taking where it will take you to, but just take the action and gradually, things will become clearer to you. Of course, evaluate. Regularly assess progress and adjust your plan as needed. So these are some of the goal setting process. So if you have the SMART goal and of course SMARTer goal, then you understand the goal setting process. Then you can apply it in all areas of your life, your professional life, your career, your health, your relationship, and of course even your interaction with people in the work place. So for the goal theory, the principles, goals, there is difficulty in goal setting. That is, if you want to achieve your goal, make sure that you make the goal a little bit difficult. Don't set a goal that you have achieved before now. No, you need to challenge yourself. So you set challenging yet achievable goals. They are challenging, but yet they are achievable. Goal specificity. Clearly define what you want to achieve. We have said that specific. Then goal commitment. Develop a strong commitment to your goal. Develop a strong commitment to your goal. Whatever goal you are setting for yourself, ask yourself, if I achieve this goal, how am I going to react? How am I going to be? So you must be committed to the goal. And it must be something that you really dear need. Then, of course, feedback, regular feedback. You seek feedback, to track progress and adjust your plan. But most importantly, one of the main principles of goal setting is your self-awareness. efficacy. Believe in your ability to achieve your goal. You must have confidence in yourself. You must have that ability, that you must believe in yourself, that for whatever goal you have set for yourself, you can achieve it. Just like an unknown author said, whatever the mind of a man, of men, you can perceive, you believe in it, it's achievable. So I'll just go through some additional strategies, break down big goals. You break large goals to smaller, manageable goals. Create an accountability system. Like we have said, share your goals with a friend, a trusted friend, or a mentor. In fact, in most cases, it's even better to use a mentor for support. Then celebrate small wins. If you track your progress, maybe at the end of January, you wanted to see 10 million, you are seeing 8 million. Then give yourself congratulate yourself that you can do better. This is good, but you can do better. That is, celebrate small wins, recognize and celebrate progress along the way. Stay flexible. It's very, very important. Stay flexible. Be willing to adjust your plan as circumstances changes. Then of course practice self-compassion. I've explained that before. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. When you face with feedback, it seems as if it is impossible, you cannot achieve this goal any longer, things have come to a dead end. Treat yourself with some self-compassion, because one thing, the universe, you can send a message to the universe, and I'm sure the universe will make you attract circumstances, people that will assist you to achieve your goal. So it is very, very important that you believe in yourself. Before I conclude this session on goal setting and how to achieve it in 2025, let me just give you a case story, a case study. Now, there was an author. He has written a book, but he was saying, how is he going to market this book? They don't even know him. Then I think he was invited to come and give a speech pro bono, to a gathering. I was saying he wanted his book to be in the national newspapers and all that. So, okay. He was not even happy because the paper he was going to deliver was free bono. And he went to the gathering, and to his surprise, there were a lot of young people. A lot of people were there. So after delivering his speech, he now just mentioned that he has even written a book, and this is the content of the book. These are the things will be good for them. And he just mentioned it, because of course the organizers will not allow him to market his book there. So at the end of the event, as he was leaving, a reporter, a national reporter who was there, came and said, "Sir, you mentioned that you have written a book. I wouldn't mind if you be on our show, but before that, we have a print. I could interview you. Then you can also come for our radio or television station, so that we can also interview you and you can talk about this book you have written." And lo and behold, he agreed. And when he did that interview, print in a newspaper, it was all over the place. And people started making their demand, placing their order for that book, and he sold over 5 million units. So you can see, and he was able to exceed his target. He was thinking of maybe selling 1 million units, but he sold over 5 million units. So you can see. So by applying this goal theory, principles and strategies, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals in 2025, because the universe is so open. Just send that message and believe in it. Then, of course, you will attract the circumstances that will make you to achieve your goal. So, I'll be checking. If you have comments, you can send it to Broad Street Radio. You can send it to our social media page. It is there. I will take it so that when we come your way next time, we'll begin to look at it. And because this is a brand new year, We have that opportunity now. Let the past be in the past. We have learned the lessons. We want to move forward. And in moving forward, we must live in the present. Thank you.